you hear me? Oh, so my setup here is my phone here and my computer here. So I will be reading your messages from the chat from my computer, and my phone will be filming me, live streaming. So, do you hear me, my dear friends? Oh, okay, looks good. Nice. Okay, so yes, everybody who is here are hearing me and seeing me. Okay, good. Okay, so today I think we will not be very long with our stream because many of you, as far as I understood, are having a great day tomorrow, which is Thanksgiving Day, right? And by the way, I'm having also a great day tomorrow because tomorrow is my birthday. So, yeah, my birthday this year coincided with Thanksgiving in America. So, okay. Hi everyone. So, hi from London, Roy Cousins. Hi. Expat. Good afternoon from Germany. Good afternoon. Hello from Chicago. Yes, I hear you. Oh, that's nice. Happy birthday. Swelling sausage. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, hi from Peoria, Illinois. Hello, Robert Wagner. Hello. So, everyone, hello. So, okay, my dear friends, I think we will proceed with our topic for today discussion and chatting. So, we were going to discuss unemployment rate in Russia, and I was going to comment about food industry in Russia not sanctioned. Okay? All right. So, let's first cover the unemployment in Russia. Okay, let's start. Um, Frankly speaking, everything that concerns unemployment, incomes, I don't know, like, and other figures are quite hidden right now, because our National Statistics Agency are trying to hide the numbers. I think there are several reasons for that. I will be not commenting on that because, in Russia it's not very safe to comment on everything that belongs to the state. But today I will give you some numbers from the opened sources, So, regarding unemployment, let's first recall what was happening starting from March. So, in March, many companies suspended their business in Russia, many foreign companies. And at the same time, they didn't fire their employees. So people got their salaries, not full salaries, but a part of them. And at the same time, they were not going to office or doing any work, the majority of such workers. Then we, like maybe in 4 months, we had the notices from those companies, foreign companies, that they stop their activities in Russia, and those companies had to fire their employees. So that is one thing. The second thing is that many Russian companies, Russian industries that depend on different parts supplied from different Western companies, they also said that they will decrease the number of hours that their workers had to work, or they send a part of their workers for prolonged vacations. And that was the second issue. And frankly speaking, I didn't find any data if they have returned their workers to work, like 100%. I don't know. So whether it continues or not. And one more thing that, of course, affected the unemployment rate in Russia is like the people fleeing from the country. And of course, not every one of them were from IT industry. Many people who fled the country were from different other industries, like medical care, like office workers, I don't know, drivers, and many other professions. So they fled the country. If we will be considering the figures that we get for fleeing, we also will not have the full picture, the relative number of people, because one source said that it's about like 4 million people from the beginning of special military operation. One source said that, oh, it's not, only 2 million people fled. Then we had the customs notices that like people were not only fleeing country, but they were also like on business, on travel, on I don't know, any other reasons. And I can surely relate to that, because, for example, when I was working in March on my previous job, one of my colleagues, he had a vacation in Africa. So while many people were fleeing the country, he was using airplanes to go to Africa and for his vacation, and then he returned back. How many other people like that we had? There are no straight numbers, you know. So that is other question. So let me check the chat. I'm just talking and talking. I don't know. Maybe we will be chatting a little bit also. So, okay. Zangiv is here. Hi. Hello. Привет из Гааги, Нидерланды. Walter Smeckens. Hi. So somebody is from Hague, Netherlands. Wow. Hi from Yorkshire, UK, and have a fantastic birthday. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying what is happening in Russia. Sergei Baklykov would have me believe that the economy is thriving. Okay, maybe for somebody it's thriving. All right, I will not, be arguing on that. Everyone lives in their own world. In somebody's world, the economy is thriving. In my world, it's not. So, okay. Didn't you move to Bulgaria? Neutral 69. Not yet. I'm waiting for my documents for my relocation visa, and frankly speaking, I'm not sure already. but I do like this, fingers crossed. So, okay. Oh, so do you guys have any questions on what I'm saying? Maybe something, some other topic that you want to, not some other, but related to the fleeing the country, like companies going to prolonged vacations. Oh, Mariah's mom, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Ksenia, do you have workers' unions in Russia? Yes, we have. You know, we have unions, workers' unions. I know that in big, trying to call me. Yeah, that is the time. So in the big industrial companies, like factories or I don't know, like enterprises, they have something that we can call what we call workers unions. You know, I know that there is an interpreters union. I wanted to enroll, or what do you call it, enroll to that union, but never happened. I don't know, I don't remember why. Oh, they wanted me to pay, like they have a fee to pay annually, and I was like, ah, no. So yes, but I don't know if they're if those unions are actually helping, because you know I wasn't a member of any in my life, unfortunately. I don't know, but they exist. Okay. Heather Whittaker asks, where do you work now and what do you do? Let me cover that a little bit later when I will be commenting on food industry not sanctioned in Russia, okay? Um, do you think Russia will become like North Korea? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe not like North Korea. Maybe something not so strict, maybe, but definitely not so very, you know, free. And of course, we don't know what will be going after this special military operation ends. So, so do you all get unemployment benefits if the company lays you off? Yes, there is a law in Russia which secures people in the face of their employers. You know, we have such a law, and if a company lays their workers off, the company must pay at least 3 salaries for such workers. That's why, that's why some companies are doing like this. They just say, "Oh, we will not be paying you 3 salaries. Just let's sign the letter that you just quitting the company on your own wish." Some companies do that, yeah. Maybe companies who are not big, who don't have many money to pay, who are bankrupting. Yeah, there are such companies, yes, but there is a law which prohibits to dismiss, to fire people when the company is doing cuttings without any money at all. Yeah. Um, Okay, let me have one more point. So if we take the further time into consideration, then Russia had mobilization. And many people were mobilized, approximately 300 people, 3,100 people, and maybe even 400,000 people between those numbers. And of course, many people fled the country. As you can see, first of all, you cannot count the exact amount of people who fled Russia. For example, when everybody was escaping mobilization, I went to Bulgaria for my relocation, things, and then I returned to Russia. So maybe I was counted as a person who fled Russia, but I returned. And how many people were there like me? I don't know, and nobody knows, because actual numbers is really hard to count, and sometimes they are hidden. So how does these things affect unemployment? Yes, Russian jobs shrank, but the number of people, potential workers, also shrank, because some people fled, some people went to battlefield, and some people are just sitting at home, and but we're not fired. So it's really hard to count. However, you know that from those people who fled or were mobilized, they were workers of some factories. And guys, there is a funny thing. Yes, jobs shrank, the number of jobs shrank, but people who were to take those jobs also are missing. And like we say in Russia, нет человека, нет проблем. So no person, no problems, how mobilization, of course, affected employment rate in Russia. And there are some estimations that unemployment rate will be about 6 to 7% by the end of the year, like now, and that there will be fall of incomes in Russia up to 12%. But these numbers were estimation from August, and even maybe July. So for now, we don't have the exact numbers. And as for the industries that may be affected by unemployment, are automobile industry, then timber industry. So automobile industry is affected because of the sanctions, and because they don't have the opportunity to get much parts for cars, for machines, for all that they are producing, and for the machines that produce some goods. Then if we speak about office workers, we will be speaking about banking system, banking sphere, then insurance, then marketing, PR, tourism, people who work for state, and those are industries which were specified by such websites as Headhunter. Headhunter is the website which is listing jobs for people, and it's one of the biggest in Russia. So this Headhunter says that those industries and spheres that I mentioned, they are affected with unemployment. Unemployment rate in those spheres is increasing. For example, if we take timber industry, the main regions of Russia who are engaged in this industry are Republic of Komi, Republic of Karelia, and Volgograd region. So in those regions, the unemployment rate may go up to 12%. So in those three regions, because they are engaged in timber industry, and timber industry is now also sanctioned. European market has fallen for Russia, stopped buying Russian timber, and that's why those regions have problems with selling their products, timber and other stuff that you can produce from timber. This is the example. But at the same time, last week, this Headhunter website reported that in logistics and in construction spheres in Russia, employers began, increasing salaries and hiring people. But of course, we can tell why. Logistics is, it's only my opinion, is because of parallel import. People have to have more drivers for their trucks. I don't know, for maybe many managers who will be running like the orders and logistics itself. They are big. So those two spheres began to fighting for people, for hiring people, but maybe at the same time, maybe those spheres were affected by fleeing, people who fled the country and people who got mobilized, maybe. So those are the figures for unemployment in Russia, the main point is that, like I said already, jobs shrank, but people who are going to take those jobs also shrank. And there are many companies who don't fire, who don't lay off their workers, but at the same time, they don't hire new people because they stopped expanding their business. It stopped, of course. For example, as for the place where I work, so we hired two more, maybe no, three or even four more technicians in our company. We have a big fleet of gas engines, and we had to hire people because we don't have many of them to perform works. So, my dear friends, that was my point in unemployment. So nobody knows for sure what is going on, but there are some factors that can show us the picture that nothing is good. Not many things are good in this sphere, okay, let me check the chat. So there have been several historical events where people fled Russia. History is repeating itself. Yes, And you know what I think about this, about history repeating itself. So if it's only my opinion, it's only my suggestion. So if history is repeating itself, that means that people haven't learned their lesson from the previous time. So that if the history is repeating for Russia, so it means that the country and its people haven't learned their lesson from the first time. So this is my opinion, my dear friends. So we have to do something about the things that are happening in our country, you know. So are the food prices higher in Russia now? Yes, food prices are higher about from, I don't know, like 40 to 80% in Russia right now. If we compare like before the special military operation, of course, they are higher, much higher. Um, um, so next questions. How bad was the pipe that was blown up in your town? So sad. So the pipe, yeah. By the way, the pipe blew not like near me, but from where I live, I can. It's direct way to this Vsevolozhsk. It's the town near St. Petersburg, which is called Vsevolozhsk, and there, and you know, I was at home, by the way, and I didn't hear anything at all. Not not a single like explosion stuff or something like that. As far as I know, nobody got wounded or seriously damaged. So I don't know. And by the way, I'm reading news in Telegram channels, and you know, there were like maybe 3 or 4 pieces of news about this, and then it's just disappeared. So I don't know what is going there. Okay. Hello from Ireland. Love your channel. When you're doing another cooking show? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little bit later. Um, um, A plus Russian. Hello. Hi, Ksenia. Stopping in for a minute to say hello and support. Hello, hello. So, oh, I'm again behind the chat. How much is minimal working hour in Russia? Dark Shadow, thank you for the question. And you know, I cannot tell you about the working hour, but we have our pay like per month. So salary per month. So if you want to know what your hour cost, you do like the accounting yourself. But in St. Petersburg, as far as I remember, the minimal salary is 19,000 rubles per month, which is now with the present exchange rate is about $310. It's minimal per month. So would you be able to live in Russia or in your country for $310 in the second biggest city? Of course, in other regions of Russia, it is less. The minimal salary per month is less than in St. Petersburg, of course. 310 full time? Yes, full time. Um, um, is it snowing in St. Petersburg? Yes, today it was snowing. Hello, Ksenia. We watch your videos every day. You're a joy to listen to. Love, Paula and Petra from New York. Oh, hello, Paula and Petra. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. I spend more on games. So, yeah. Yeah. How many hours a month do you work in Russia? Standard time for office workers is 40 hours per week. Per week. People who work on factories, some like industrial area, like with the machines which produce things, they work more, I suppose. They work in shifts and they work more. Sometimes people get like 10 or 10 hour working day. This what I heard, but I haven't worked, at a factory. So this is what I heard. That is very low for that rich country like Russia. Dark shadow, yeah, yeah, that is very low, very low. Goodness me, that's not enough if you have to pay rent, groceries, etc. Yeah, yeah. And some Russians are sure that this rate, this minimal rate, that there are no people who get such salaries. But there are people who get such salaries. Of course, there are not so many people. Not every Russian has such a salary, such a low salary. But there are still people who get such a minimal salary, even here in St. Petersburg. Of course, those are people who don't have higher education, maybe who work for at kindergartens, for example. Maybe those are people who work, as far as I know, people who work with taxes, like inspector, who work with taxes, they get very low salary, but I don't know how much, but their salary is very low. Those inspectors who get your taxes papers and ensure that everything is correct. So in Russia, they get a very low salary, especially if they work with those documents. Of course, if you are an official, an authority at a tax office, of course you will have a very big salary and many people who want to bribe you, for example. So, but I didn't say that. So it's time for tea. Okay, I think. So next, what is Ded Moroz going to bring you for Christmas? Mark Bernier. Ded Moroz is Santa Claus in Russian, like Father Frost. So what is Father Frost bringing me for Christmas? I don't know. Maybe visa D to Bulgaria. I would be very glad, So, oh, Black Cat. Hello. Hello, Black Cat. Oh, you are at work? Wow. Oh, I hope you will not be punished for, participating in our live stream today. Oh, there is a very, very good question. Does people get unemployment money in Russia? And if so, how much? Hugs from Barcelona. Of course, that is a very interesting topic. You know, we have an unemployment office or something like that, an office who helps to unemployment people, who shares money and is helping to find a new job for those people who don't have a job now. And you know, it's not very easy to tell to you how much people get if they are not employed from that office. So once I was getting such money from an unemployment office, and you know how much I get? Let's do the guessing. In 2019, I was unemployed. And as far as I remember, I have already told you in one of my videos that I was looking for a job for 8 months, and my money were coming to an end, you know. So my mom and my aunt just forced me to go to this unemployment office and to apply for help from the government as an unemployed person. So how much do you think my government paid me as an unemployed Russian citizen? So let's just have a guessing. Let's just, how much do you think Russian government pays for people who don't have jobs? Oh, a million rubles. $10 a month. Okay. $20. Okay. $50. $50. Okay. Okay. All right. $200 a month. 200 monthly. 20 euro. 150. 50 rubles. 80% of total salary. Okay. 100. $250. Okay, so my dear friends, I got $15 per month. So why I got such a low like help from the government? It was because you get, and somebody told had in the chat that 80% of your previous income on your previous job. Yes, it's right, but only 3 months after you had lost your job. So, for example, you lost your job in July. You applied to this unemployment office, and starting from August, they will pay you 80% from your previous income on your previous job, but only August, September, and October. After that, they will give you $15 per month. And why I got my $15 and not 80% from my previous income? It was because I applied to this office after 5 months that I was unemployed. Just I applied not at once after I got unemployed, but after 5 months. So I got $15 per month. And it's also was $15 for 3 months. Like I got them for I would have got them for 3 months, next month, and then if I didn't find a job, it's your problem. You you can do what you want. So and that was the moment of the biggest humiliation of my life. Just imagine a person who was paying taxes for 9 years, got $15 as an unemployed person for 3 months. So I got 7 on my card and said, no, guys, take my $7 to yourself, and I will not just visit your office anymore in my life. No humiliation for me anymore. It was really, I haven't been so humiliated. I haven't felt so humiliated in my life ever. So thank you. Yeah, that is a very, very nice story. Yeah. Um, did you get a vacation in Hawaii with such a high support from the government? Yeah, and you know, at that time I was living with my friend. We rented our 2-bedroom apartment, and my part of monthly payment was like 15,000 rubles, which at that time were like $210, and I got only 15. So yeah, yeah. High priestess. $15 in the U.S. is equivalent to 907 Russian rubles. So yeah, now it's 907 Russian rubles, but at that time the exchange rate was 72 rubles. So I got more than 1,000, 1,400, I suppose. Yeah. Uh, so, guess the government doesn't want you to live very well. That's so sad with that little bit of money. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they don't want to increase the minimal salary, the level of salaries in Russia, so that they control people. So when people get more salary, they start to, for example, to spend for education, for courses, for other stuff. And you know, Russian government don't want their people to think with their brain. They want to their people to listen to TV, to propagandists, and of course, clever people. You know, they don't do that. However, I know some people who have higher education, who have great jobs with good salaries, and they support a special military operation. They say that, oh, NATO want to conquer Russia, want to split Russia, and I don't want that. And I was like, don't you have a higher education, like university education? How can you think so? Okay. So, question mark. In my working career, I never had to accept unemployment. I'm retired now. Yeah. In my career, I had, but of course, I would never go to unemployment office if not for my mom and for my aunt. They just really made me go there. Were like terrified that my money is going lower, lower, and lower, and I don't have other source of income, like any source of income, and I have to pay for rent, for bills, for life. They were terrified, and of course they couldn't help me with money because my mom and my aunt are already retired people, so how would they help? So how much did the paperwork cost the government? Steve Bene. Paperwork for my unemployment? I don't know, really. Wishing you a very happy early birthday, Ksenia. Brad, thank you so much. Thank you. So I think I missed some donations. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. So Comrade Kulakpov Kapitoliski. Oh my God, what a name you chose for yourself. A good one, of course. Good luck, Ksenia. Tomorrow is a new day. Hopefully, there will be a big change for the better in the near future. Oh, thank you so much. I hope that too, but it doesn't look like it will be. But I hope. Thank you so much for your donation too. I I I I think I missed some donations, but okay. So so thank you everybody who donated. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, and now I think I will be covering the question with food in Russia was not sanctioned. So let's talk about it. So, as I said already, I work for a company who owns and maintains gas engines, and those gas engines are mainly installed in greenhouses, and that is food industry, you know. Greenhouses produce tomatoes, cucumbers, mushrooms, dill, and other stuff. So it's food industry, right? I think it's right. So our gas engines are not of Russian origin, you know. Our gas engines are produced in Europe. So how do you think we are getting parts? With a lot of effort right now, really, with a lot of effort. Of course, food industry was not sanctioned directly, but indirectly it was sanctioned, actually, you know, because many people who work there, and many you know, companies, they bought their machines for their industry, food industry, in Europe, in America, and other countries. And those machines who were bought in Europe and America, they need parts. And now it's extremely hard. I'm judging by my company. It's extremely hard sometimes to get parts for those machines. And you know, if our gas engines will stop producing electricity for greenhouses, there will be no cucumbers and tomatoes for Russians. But our company, of course, is doing all the best that we can, and our supplier, our manufacturer, is doing all the best they can to provide us with spare parts. But however, some parts, like critical parts, were sanctioned, and that European country cannot supply those parts to Russia anymore because of sanctions. So those are mainly control panels. But you know, if we will not be able to control our engines, that would be not very good, right? As far as I know, they are doing really a lot of effort to find the solution together with our supplier, together with our manufacturer. But I don't know what, because I don't work in that department. I only work with claims and getting warranty spare parts. And that became very difficult now. Yes, we still get parts, but not all of them. Some parts were sanctioned, and we can't get them at all. So, my dear friends, that is, the food industry was not sanctioned in Russia. That's why some people will show you full, you know, stores. Yes, they are full, full for now, so far, because some machines are still working, and some parts are still going to Russia, but some parts are not. So I see there were some donations. Here is a small donation, Mark Bernier. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alexander Third. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for your donations. Thank you. So let me go to the chat. The legal proposals to declare Russia a state sponsor of terrorism increases lately. That means a total embargo could come. Yeah, I heard about this news. Yeah, that is very. That can make the whole other situation in Russia, especially for food industry, you know, or maybe not especially. I don't know, frankly speaking. So we will see. What about car, truck parts? Are people having to park their cars because they can't get parts? You know, even before the special military operation, some people who had their cars from, I don't know, like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, they actually didn't buy the original spare parts. They used to buy the you know, the parts from China, like I don't know, like analogous parts for from China for their Mercedeses, BMWs, and other cars. So I think if China is still supplying Russia with parts, then they have the opportunity to, you know, maintain their cars. So I don't think it's quite an issue. Maybe for those people, for people who are very, you know, wealthy, who are very rich, and who didn't buy the Chinese and analogs. I don't know. Do you even understand me? So they, maybe those people, those rich people, were buying original parts, and now they are sad about that they have to switch to Chinese ones. But those people who didn't have a lot of money before the special military operation, they are just like, okay, nothing changed, you know. So, like light work 11, thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. I'm visit to Russian. What procedure? I'm sorry, I didn't get you. What procedure about what? Didn't get you. Oh, generic parts. So the not original parts are called generic parts, right? Okay. So generic parts from China. My country was under full embargo in the 90s. It was complete mess. Oh, so sorry for that. And what is that country? Dark Shadow. What is that country? Iran is now sanctioned. Oh my God, I forget about that country that is sanctioned now also, with Fidel Castro. What is the? I forgot the name of the country. I'm sorry. I forgot. Okay, it's near America. Sometimes the words slip out of my mind. I'm sorry. Cuba. Yeah, Cuba. Yeah, Xenia is very stupid sometimes. Yeah, so I know only about North Korea, Cuba, and Iran, and now Russia, who are like very much sanctioned. So if you tell me the name of your country, Dark Shadow, what is the country? I don't know. Car sales have crashed in Russia. See Joe blogs on YouTube. Yes, car sales crashed, of course, because now they cost like, I don't know, like a piece of gold. Of course, nobody's buying them. People don't have money for that. Your French is improving. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Um, yeah. We enjoy, love your stream every single time, Ksenia. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, do they have a place you can go to that too that helps you find a job like in the USA? It call one work source where they help you find work. Yes, we have such a place. It's called unemployment office. So when I was when I applied for that unemployment office for this help, they gave me the list of jobs that they could provide me, and it was like interpreter and translation jobs, and guess the salaries in those jobs that they provided. So the salary was one salary was 30,000 rubles per month, then 35,000 rubles per month, and even 25,000 rubles per month. Do you see me working with such a low salary? I said, I'm sorry, I will not take those jobs. How will I be living? Do you have food banks in Russia? Dov also. Thank you for the question. I haven't heard about food banks as you know them in America. But I heard about the help that people get. And again, that is the help for people with children, for families with children. They get some cards and some money. It's not a big money, of course. And as far as I know, they can spend them for their children, and they can go shopping, food shopping with that amount of money. I don't know, maybe it's 2,000 rubles per month or something like that. But I haven't heard about food banks for grown-ups, never. Maybe some volunteer organization provides food for like a set of food for disabled people, for retired people in need, maybe for people who don't have a place to live. What do you call those people? Too many words Xenia forgets. I'm sorry. People who don't have a place to live are called бомжи in Russia. I'm sorry. Homeless. Thank you so much. Homeless, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always forgetting words. Sorry, so sorry. Yeah, maybe those organizations buy some food for homeless, for disabled, for people in need, maybe. But I never heard about food banks in Russia, really. No. But maybe I don't know something. Um, my cousin and his wife is in Cuba vacationing right now. He sent a picture of him riding the back of a 1954 Chevrolet convertible. I think that is a beautiful car, right? Have you got the Red Cross there? Yes, we have Red Cross. As far as I know, yeah, we have. You speak English much better than I speak Russian. Sharon Idol. Thank you so much. Do you speak Russian at all? Is your birthday tomorrow, Ksenia? Yes, my birthday is tomorrow. Okay. Is cooking, baking, and selling food on the streets sometime worthwhile to do during hard times in Russia? Maybe it's worth, but of course you would pay a rent. You would have to make a certificate that you are a person who sells food on the streets, you know. Maybe you can do that illegally, but if the police finds you, so they will just kick you off from your place in the street where you sell your food. But I've never seen that in St. Petersburg. Never. So I know a few words. Oh, that's good. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elizabeth Murphy. Thank you, Al Sullivan. Thank you so much. Happy tomorrow birthday. You speak 2 languages well. You're way ahead of me. Yeah. Frankly speaking, I speak more than 2 languages. I speak Russian, I speak Belarusian, I speak English, I speak a little bit of German. So it makes 3 and almost 4. So um, Dark Shadow. How much is criminality rate in Russia? So criminality rate in Russia, I don't know, because as you can see, the figures that we have from our national statistics agency, they are meant to make Russia beautiful, not to make Russia, you know, real, not to give real numbers. So when you see that, oh, a crime rate in Russia is so low, you know, so maybe it's not so low because some numbers are hidden. So I really don't know, especially now. I don't know. Have you taken tomorrow off to celebrate? Yes, and you know, my mom is coming tomorrow for my birthday. Yeah, so I will be celebrating with my mom, and also tomorrow I will have a practice, I don't know how do you call it, like a spiritual practice. I'm into spiritual growth, you know, like self-development, self-development, yeah, and I feel energies, so I decided to get a little bit you know, vast on that, like spiritual growth. So I will be doing singing bowls practice tomorrow. Yeah, because it's my new personal year, and I decided to start it with a big like a big energy inside me, and singing bowls are going to help me in that. So yeah, so my celebration will be good. My mom will be here, and I will go to singing bowls practice. Yeah. Does the government interfere with people selling their goods such as food or homemade things? As far as I know, sometimes you can see babushkas, like grannies, selling their own produce from their dachas, from their summer gardens. But sometimes police makes them to leave that spot. Sometimes they just like, it's prohibited, you have to have license, go away. So once the police are gone, they are just like going back and sell again. So it's like going back and forth, going from police, going to their place. So it's like that. But of course, it's illegal to sell all your own produce without paying rent, without paying for certificates, and without paying taxes. Of course, it's illegal, but you can. Happy birthday, Xenia. Thank you. Don't apologize about your English. My Russian is like baby talk. Oh, but you have a chance to improve it through YouTube, for example. And thank you so much for praising my English. Mark, I lost him. Mark Griffer. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Xenia. Thank you so much. Right, it's the last years that American cars were sold in Cuba, so they keep them working for tourists. Wow. Food banks in Petorочка. Food banks in Petorочка is a Russian grocery store which you can find like on every corner of the city and many cities, maybe even all cities in Russia. But food banks from Petorочка, never heard about it, really. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Abend. In Russia, it's Abend. So С днем рождения, is that correct? Dov also, yes, it's correct. С днем рождения in Russian means happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday. Hope you and your mom have a wonderful visit. Tina Harner, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I hope that too. Do you speak Ukrainian? No, I don't speak Ukrainian, but I can understand Ukrainian, a big part of Ukrainian, because I know Russian and I know Belarusian. So people who know only Russian, they understand less Ukrainian. But as the fact that I can speak Russian and Belarusian gives me more vocabulary that I can understand when people speak Ukrainian. So yeah, some words are similar with Belarusian and some words are similar with Russian. So I can understand Ukrainians, but of course there are such words that I don't understand because they are different in Russian and they are different in Belarusian. So yeah, not everything, but a pretty much pretty big part of speech I can understand when Ukrainians speak to me or like somewhere. Your birthday is the same day as America's Thanksgiving holiday. Happy birthday. Yeah, Jen. Yeah. I found out this today, so wow. Yeah, tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the United States, also known as Turkey Day. Happy birthday, Xenia. Comrade Kulakpo Kapitaliski. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you have yard sales there? Yard sales? No, we don't have yard sales because we don't have yards. We live in apartment buildings, and sometimes, of course, you can find something near trash bins, like common trash bins where everybody is going with their trash, but I don't do that. You know, some people who don't have money for stuff, they of course can find something there, but I don't do that, luckily. um Canada had their Thanksgiving in October. Do you celebrate a kind of Thanksgiving? No, I don't think we celebrate something so similar. We don't have. No. Um, do you make the Christmas tree in Russia? What kind of cookies do you bake for Christmas? So in Russia, the main holiday is New Year's, not Christmas. Christmas is mostly celebrated by religious people, and in Russia, Christmas goes after New Year's. So the whole country is celebrating New Year's, and I had a video about Russian New Year and Christmas season, and you can watch it. It was about like maybe 2 years ago, yeah. So you can watch it. I explain everything there. So you can go down to 2 years in my videos and watch a Christmas video, Christmas description video. Um, Happy birthday, Xenia. May you have many blessings in the coming years. Have a great time with your mom. Light work 11. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't Russians celebrate around the New Year more so than Christmas Eve or day? Yeah, we celebrate New Year's, and our Christmas comes on the 6th of January. Personal development is very important. Have you read the book The Spirit? I don't think so, but I will just write it down. The Spirit. Okay, I will look it up. Thank you. Um, um, So, my dear friends, I think we will be wrapping up, right? It's the right time to wrap up. So, we discussed the unemployment rate in Russia, which is not known exactly, and we discussed food industry was not sanctioned. Yes, it was not sanctioned directly, it was sanctioned indirectly. So, my dear friends, I think that is all for today. I will not be taking your time anymore. I know that some of you are preparing for the big holiday tomorrow, and of course, you will have more time to prepare to cook turkey and other dishes for your holiday feast. So, my dear friends, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your questions, and thank you for congratulations on my upcoming tomorrow's birthday. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So, my dear friends, bye.